Is it breakfast time, Noah? Is it breakfast time? Elizabeth says with a full mouth, she says, yes it is. She says, and as you can see, I get a little excited about breakfast time, and rightfully so. When you enjoy a wholesome and nutritious and regular diet here in your rescued life, Miss Elizabeth. Welcome, everyone. Happy Tigerthon, where your donations are going 1, 2, 3 times as far for the rescues of the Wildcat Sanctuary. Yesterday kicked off a week of highlighting our striped rescued residents, the tigers of the Wildcat Sanctuary, and highlighting those rescues and how your donations make all the difference in their rescued lives, and hoping that you guys will make 3 times the difference during this limited time of Tigerthon. Mr. Noah and Elizabeth, and each one of these days we've been highlighting. Yesterday was our Single Ladies Day. Miss Olivia and Tammy doing a great job of even doing some singing during Tammy's live post. But each one of these days of Tigerthon is going to be highlighting one of our tiger rescued residents. And today it is a pair of residents. That would be Noah and Elizabeth. So welcome everybody. Happy Tigerthon. Happy triple donations. And happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Tigerthon starting yesterday, running through this Sunday. This is Tigress Elizabeth eating some smaller chicken pieces before she gets her big beef piece. But again, triple donations. We're running through this Sunday at the stroke of midnight. Will be the last chance to have your gift go 3 times as far. And that's Jackie just coordinating with caretaker Kelly, rather, because making sure that they're finishing up their meal at the same time. We purposefully have 2 caretakers here doing a little cooperative feeding outside, and also Noah can get a little bossy when it comes to food time. And we just want to make sure that each cat is staying safe and obviously getting their full diet, that Noah isn't going to sneak over and grab any of Elizabeth's food. So Jackie and Kelly, I very much appreciate you guys stopping in and feeding these 2. And happy Tigerthon to you as well. This is one of the things where we're showing all the different aspects of how our supporters help the rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And look at you, they're helping the help. You guys are right here working with the cats every day. So thanks for stopping in and getting these 2 their meal while we get to enjoy them doing so. Thank you, Jackie. And thank you, Kelly. And of course, after mealtime, you gotta have your water. Noah says, I'm thirsty, indeed, indeed. I'm gonna get in some hellos, and then we're gonna talk some more details. Before I get into my hellos, donations are tripled, and as always during our fundraising campaigns, there are tons and tons of different ways to have that gift match. We obviously have a donate button right here on this Facebook post. We've given out our phone number, which we encourage you to call and have your gift tripled that way. That's 320-245-6871. Of course, you can always mail... Oh, you're getting a little scratching in? Of course, you can always mail us at the Wildcat Sanctuary. We'll list our P.O. box in the comments. And we even have a Facebook fundraiser, Miss Elizabeth. So tons of different ways to give during Tigerthon. I'm going to take a page out of Tammy's fundraising book, and she does a great job of setting goals for us during these live posts. So I don't want to get too lofty, but if we can raise $500 on today's live post, we would be kicking butt for Noah and Elizabeth and all the rescues here. That $500 miraculously turning into $1,500. I need to get my math right here, Miss Elizabeth. Thanks to generous donors, triple matching those funds. But we'll talk a little bit more details about Noah and Elizabeth and how, impactful your gifts are to their rescued lives here, and how impactful they've already been, and how important it is to maybe give a gift now when it can go 3 times as far. So let's get into the comments, Mr. Noah. I got to say hi to the folks, and then we'll talk tigers here. We'll talk a little tigers. Let's see. Kathy Barton's here. Hey, Kathy. Thank you for those who have given stars so far. Cheryl Harden's here. Hey, Cheryl. Marcy Sanborn. Maria P. saying, calling a donation today. Hey, Maria, thank you for that. Wonderful. And we love hearing from our supporters in person. That's another kind of cool aspect about those phone calls. Thank you for that triple gift, Maria. someone saying it's their birthday. I think that was Krista. Happy birthday. And how it's coinciding with Tigerthon. Wonderful. Good morning, Lisa Wallstrom. Happy Tigerthon. I got Noah and Elizabeth here, enjoying their Tigerthon. Looks like maybe Susan donated. I see someone thanking her. I'll have to confirm as I swipe up. Lisa Parker pointing out how sweet of a face Elizabeth has. She certainly does. Heidi Larkins, my son name is Noah. Awesome. Good morning, Sherry V. Happy Tigerthon and triple donations. Giving some shout outs to the caretakers as well. Always appreciate that. Faith Warner's here. Giving some caretaker shout outs as well. Marcy Sanborn identifying with Noah, who can be a little bossy during feeding time. I think I can be a little bossy too, Noah, when it comes to food. But rightfully so. You can imagine a tiger and cats, one of their favorite times of day is food. And we're here and happy that that's one of the things that your support accomplishes for our rescues, is not only a consistent and reliable diet, but an eclectic diet made up of different options that are going to give the cats vitamins, nutrients, and essential things that they need to be happy and healthy during their rescue life, which I think is a good segue, Mr. Noah, into one of the things that I wanted to talk about during this live post. Well, actually a handful of things, Mr. Noah and Miss Elizabeth, is as they're kind of on the marquee, on the Tigerthon marquee today, talking about 3 things that Noah and Elizabeth didn't have before their rescue, and talking about 3 things that they need now that they're here living a wild at heart life at the Wildcat Sanctuary. So, Mr. Noah, I think we can start with that Noah and Elizabeth are former witness protection rescued cats. So, with that being said, kind of prefacing everything, unfortunately, there's only so much detail that we can share about Noah and Elizabeth's former lives, as the agreement that we made with the Witness Protection Program and how that works. But Noah and Elizabeth were originally released to us over the winter from the Department of Agriculture, released in our custody to live a forever home here. We do know some things about Elizabeth's past that we can talk about, and tragically, Elizabeth, who we see here, was once a mascot. For an infamous high school in Ohio that would parade around a tiger during football games. And one of the 3 things that Noah and Elizabeth, and this is Elizabeth in particular, as she goes following the caretakers, that Elizabeth didn't have is she didn't have the chance to be a tiger cub. One thing that Elizabeth was experiencing was probably the most scary and traumatic thing that a young tiger cub could witness, being pent up in a cage, being kind of dragged out and shown to a large audience of people, a whole football stadium of people, just about the farthest possible thing from what a tiger cub deserves to be experiencing at that age. And so Miss Elizabeth didn't get a chance to do that and was forfeited that because of the selfishness of humans. And we're happy that we can look back on that and know that that's in Miss Elizabeth's past. But nonetheless, something that we're happy that she's escaped, and still something worth reflecting on, and is also worth kind of giving everyone too a round of applause for that type of exhibition that Elizabeth was experiencing, and also the cycle that was taking place to keep cubs like Elizabeth in that crate for season after season, breeding these cubs. That's also been stifled, so that's also worth a round of applause. But that's one thing that here we are in Elizabeth's rescued life. I know I'm looking at Tiger Noah here, but that we can look back, and that's one thing that she didn't have, and happy that that's absolutely the furthest thing from her reality now here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Where'd your girlfriend go, mister? Yeah, where'd she go, handsome man? He says, well, she likes cruising around. She likes, admittedly, she likes kind of grumbling and growling at Dimitri and Griffin across the way, but she then keeps on moving. And then her and I usually find somewhere to cuddle. Well, now that we have Noah here, we can talk about one thing that Noah didn't have before coming to the Wildcat Sanctuary. And I'll quickly interject on myself and welcome everybody to the second official day of Tigerthon and triple donations. This handsome rescued tiger is Noah, and we're talking a little bit about Mr. Noah. And we're talking about some of the things that Noah didn't have before his rescued life here. And I think it just does a great job of giving everyone some perspective as to what their support does for these rescues and some of the things that they're able to experience for the first time in their lives. And, shamefully enough, these cats were entitled to many of those things. They should have been entitled to those things their entire lives. But for one reason or another, they weren't, but here in their rescued life, that's what they're going to get here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. But Mr. Noah, one thing that he didn't have, and I'm going to back up because, as you can tell, Noah's a big guy. And Noah's a big guy, and unfortunately, one thing he didn't have in his former life was medication to help supplement his joints and help prevent arthritis. Yeah, does that feel good, scratching your cheek on there? Noah wasn't on any type of medication regimen to help support his joints. And here in Noah's rescued life, he is on a medication regimen. And another thing, too, Noah and Elizabeth formally have not had their intake exams. Noah was estimated to be about 420 pounds when he arrived. And I was talking to caretakers and Tammy yesterday. He'll be having his wellness exam and intake exam here in the coming weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But they estimated that he's lost probably about 30 pounds. So kudos to Mr. Noah. And that's also one thing that, hey, here we are in your new life. And you now have access to that type of care and proactive care. We're going to look out for you, Mr. Noah, and give you the best life possible. And I'll talk about one more thing that they need, or rather that they didn't have, and then we're going to segue into maybe some of the things that you guys can consider helping Tigers Noah and Elizabeth with as we're in Tigerthon and triple donations. And this is a combination for Noah and Elizabeth, is that they didn't have an indoor space in their former life. They didn't, and where they lived, they needed an indoor space because they had winter and it was a cold climate. And here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, well, you betcha they have an indoor space. And of course, they have access to it 24/7, Mr. Noah. And happy that that is now a reality for Mr. Noah and Miss Elizabeth here, that they have a space to keep warm, to keep comfortable. And that's for the first time in their life. So congratulations, Mr. Noah. You got a lot of people out there looking out for you and making sure that you're getting the things that you've always deserved, Mr. Noah. We're sad and disappointed that you maybe didn't get some of the things that, along with Elizabeth, that you guys always deserve. But here we are, ready to step up and do what we can, Mr. Noah. He says, I appreciate it, but I admit I'm kind of falling asleep. Mister. So, everyone, talked about some of the things that Noah, Elizabeth did not have before coming here to the Wildcat Sanctuary. Elizabeth, she didn't have the chance to be a tiger cub being paraded around at sports games. Noah, he didn't have any type of medication or any type of supplements to help with its arthritis and joint health. And then both of these cats, they didn't have anywhere to seek indoor space and shelter from the cold climate. And here we are at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and we are looking back and now trying to, or doing more than that, we've already righted the wrongs, and we want to enhance and complete their already amazing life here. And today, Mr. Noah, we'll start off with this, of if Miss Elizabeth wasn't given the chance to be a tiger cub. I have my cheat sheet here, Noah. Where's my cheat sheet? Because there's a lot to remember for Tigerthon. Is that one thing that we wanted to start off with Mr. Noah, is that now that you have an indoor space, we love seeing that the cats take advantage of that. Noah and Elizabeth in particular love their indoor space. So for $35, that buys one bag of bedding. That bedding is going to fill up their big bed box inside, and Noah and Elizabeth are going to be able to have cuddle puddles to their heart's content. Yes, Mr. Noah. So that's just $35 if anyone's willing to give that on this post. I know that we have an overall goal of $500, but hey, maybe we can chip away at some smaller things and help Noah and Elizabeth with these things directly. And maybe over the course of the post and the course of Tigerthon, we'll work towards that $500 goal, Mr. Noah. But obviously, knowing that they didn't have an indoor space, now they have one now here at TWS, and even happier to see that they're kind of almost celebrating the fact that they never had something like that. And Noah and Elizabeth are cuddle puddlers, rather extreme cuddle puddlers, I would say. And happy to think that we're going to get you guys some extra bedding to make sure that those cuddle puddles are extra soft and extra warm for you this winter, Noah.
There's $34 on this post, so one off.
Hey, cool. Cool. That's awesome. I have Olivia here chaperoning me, making sure I'm doing everything all right. And no, thank you for that, Olivia. $34, that makes one bag of bedding for Mr. Noah, especially with the 1,700 or the 7,000 stars that we have on this post. And another thing, Mr. Noah, and this is for Noah in specific, for $75, that purchases 1 month's worth of medication for this big guy, so we can stay comfortable and make sure that he's getting the joint supplements and arthritis medication that he needs. I'm kind of glancing out into the habitat here to see if I can see Elizabeth. Do you perhaps see where she is?
Yeah, she went up front towards the pool. I think that she's probably looking at her neighbors.
That's what I suspect. She's probably, truthfully, and she doesn't dwell on it, but she does like kind of letting the tiger trio next door, Dimitri and Griffin, who's boss here of Pride Prairie. So perhaps she's sitting over there, and maybe we'll go and walk over in a little bit. That was $75, Mr. Noah, for a month's worth of medication for this big guy. That 75 being triple, that makes 3 months of medication for Noah. That's absolutely awesome. She's in her pool. Holy buckets, Mr. Noah, we gotta get moving. We gotta see what your girlfriend's up to. That'll give me a chance to catch up on some comments. I've been doing a lot of chatting.
I believe so, or at least in the lower platform.
She's looking for the boys, says Maria. Oh, she's in the pool, all right. Catch up on some comments here. Welcome, everyone. Oh, she says, here I come. Welcome, everyone to Tigerthon and triple donations. Today is a day to celebrate. Well, actually, today through Sunday is time to celebrate the rescued tiger residents of the Wildcat Sanctuary with triple donations and all that your support makes possible for them. Here comes Elizabeth offering you all, our supporters, some chuffs of appreciation. Here comes Mr. Noah. That's one thing, too, that your support helped us do is in Noah and Elizabeth's former life, they were living together, they were companions, and we wanted to make sure that they were going to be able to carry on that relationship here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. And here they are. And Noah and Elizabeth, really are a great pair. And I'll admit, it's been kind of, soothing to see a pair of tigers in this habitat. If any of you have been following the Wildcat Sanctuary for some time, you know that there are 2 tigers that used to live in here named Caesar and Logan. And those cats were very, very special, just like all of our rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. But I know very special to a lot of people, and definitely kind of, therapeutic to see Noah and Elizabeth, another pair of tigers in that same space. And kind of carrying on, the legacy that our rescues do at the Wildcat Sanctuary is helping teach people on the conditions in which they came here, and also teach them about how they can make a difference, and also go ask them to personally make a difference. So, like I said, really kind of therapeutic that, we've seen other tigers in here, and that we are able to remember them and hold them in our hearts and kind of cherish them, and it makes Noah and Elizabeth's presence even more special, and something that I've always kind of liked about seeing these two in here.
And Noah's a big guy like Caesar and Logan.
Yeah.
I like that he has a big heart, big spirit, just like Caesar and Logan did, so that's something special that I've noticed as well.
Yeah, that's right, mister. We're talking about you. And speaking of big, he says, I got a big appetite. Yeah, I bet you do, Mr. Noah. But that's just life sometimes. Is you've been doing a great job of staying active and making sure that you're getting the proper diet to get you at the right weight, Mr. Noah. And as I mentioned, caretakers estimate that he's lost at least about 30 to 35 pounds. So good for you, Mr. Noah. I'm talking about the medications, the joint supplement and arthritis medication that we are hoping to raise for Mr. Noah. Look at that. He says, it even allows me to stalk. It allows me to be spry like this at about 400 pounds.
Impressive, Noah.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
He's a playful guy.
Yeah.
He might not seem like it, but he's pretty playful.
Well, yeah, I think that's the one thing that I was going to segue into is that, Noah has made, has just pretty much every time I see Noah, he puts a smile on our collective faces, is that he's just a very playful guy in the sense of he loves his toys. He loves every single toy that we have offered him, from Tipsy Toms to large balls to barrels to the tire toys. Noah is a cub at heart. And man, it just makes me so happy that a cat who wants to take advantage of every style and every variety of toy, well, he gets exactly that. Just another testament among many as we illustrate how crucial your 3 times donations are for our rescues. And we love that, Mr. Noah, and we appreciate that you love all the options that we're able to give you with the amazing supporters out there. And that's what's really special. And talking about the things that the cats didn't have before their rescued life, and now that they do have, very simply, they have choices here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I think that's something you hear us talk about a lot, Noah, is how for the first time in their lives, many of these rescues are coming to the Wildcat Sanctuary and are given the chance to choose. They can choose where to lie down. They can choose where to walk. They can choose what to play with, Noah. They can choose if they want a companion. They get to choose so many things. And the more we can kind of bottle up those moments and realize what we're able to do for these rescues, thanks to all of these people and collectively looking out for them, those reminders go a long way, Mr. Noah, and are especially important during times when those donations can go a long way too. Handsome man. Noah, you drank a lot of that water. I'll have to let the caretakers know that you slurped it up. I'm looking for Tigress-Elizabeth, truthfully, because Noah, she's way over on the platform, truthfully, because Noah you've been stealing the show, handsome guy. Noah's definitely a little bit more, what'd you say, you scare yourself? Noah's definitely a little bit more social than his companion, Elizabeth, but Elizabeth certainly likes humans as well, but as you can see, Noah valuing that time a little bit more. But maybe I will walk all the way around. I'm glad I got a lot of my talking in, because sometimes, yep, that's exactly right, Lisa, he definitely loves to be social. Big Noah, you don't have to sit down, or I was going to say, you can stay sitting there, because I'm going to go cruising this way. And if you come with me, Noah, that's totally fine too. But we're going to go see what Miss Elizabeth is up to, and I got to get into some comments while I'm walking over there too. Maria P saying, what a beautiful relationship. Hey, Naomi Gerhard sharing the post. Thank you for that, Naomi. That's going to be a very, very important thing to do during times like this. Hey, I know it. I mean, I know that, maybe giving a gift isn't something that is in the cards for you right now. We love, love, love it when our supporters share these posts, even just commenting and liking. Gets these posts percolating in the algorithm. Goes a long, long way, so thank you too. Speaking of long, long way, I got a long, long way to make to travel around this habitat here. Of course, we're being accompanied by Noah, who just insists that he be right on our hip for the duration of this live post. And Noah, I wouldn't have it any other way. As you are the star today, you and Elizabeth. We've been talking about some of the things that Noah, unfortunately, didn't have in his previous life before rescue, and now talking about some of the things that you could help with Noah and Elizabeth in their now rescued life at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Talked about $35 would purchase a bag of bedding for those guys to enjoy the cuddle puddles that they love so much in their indoor space. Noah was also hoping if anyone would be interested in purchasing some of his joint and arthritis supplement and medication.
We're up to $484.
Holy whoa, Elizabeth, there must be flipping my flapjacks. $484. What in the world? That is absolutely generous. We set ourselves a goal of $500. We are just about to break that. Awesome, Mr. Noah. What do you think about that? Yes, That's pretty special. I was hoping to get your girlfriend on camera here, There she is, presiding over her free-roaming habitat. Holy buckets, everyone. Thank you again. Olivia gave me an update that we've raised about $484 on today's live post, not including the 7,000 stars. All of this being tripled for the rescues of the Wildcat Sanctuary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, there we go. Lost my comments for a second. Holy buckets. Awesome, awesome. It's the second day of Tigerthon, and to see the generosity pouring out like this is absolutely tremendous. And what a spectacular backdrop, too. Oh, Tanya, that's a sweet comment. Thank you for leading that. Karen Daughtry saying, well, we need evidence. We'll need cuddle puddle pictures of Noah and Elizabeth. You betcha, Karen. I even heard whispers of Noah, I love you, but you're a big boy. I've heard whispers of having to make a little bit bigger of a bed box for them as well. But awesome. Thank you for that. And Lois A saying, just donated on the website for those beautiful tigers. Lois, thank you. Your gift was tripled. Awesome. Lots of love for Noah and Elizabeth in the comments too. Thank you for that, everyone. And I'll admit, as the saying goes, when it rains, it pours. I remember, without sharing too much detail, when we were first contacted about rescuing Noah and Elizabeth, we were in the middle of the lion spay days. And I just remember being in the viewing room, kind of hearing Tammy talking with the powers that be, the Department of Agriculture, kind of looking out of the window in the hospital. In the background, you can see the rescue trailer kind of getting moved and shifted around. I'm looking down at one of the lion cubs getting spayed. And it's just like, what isn't the Wildcat Sanctuary capable of, thanks to the people that support it. Here we are. We just took in this rescued Pride of Ukraine lions. Boom, we're giving them some proactive care, setting them up for a healthy, wild at heart life. Lo and behold, life isn't scripted. We get a call, we're asked to rescue cats, and to see all of that kind of happening at once. That was just kind of one of the moments among many in my job here at the Wildcat Sanctuary where it's just like, wow, we're a force to be reckoned with, and the reason is because of your support. It's absolutely tremendous, Mr. Noah. And here we are, these guys living under our witness protection program, with us being able to finally let you know about them. That would have been kind of early spring.
You know what those chuffs are for, Judson?
What are the chuffs for?
$534.
$534.
That's awesome.
Mr. Noah, we reached our goal and exceeded it. Oh my word. Thank you, everyone. Awesome, awesome stuff. Mr. Noah, I need to get better at giving different ways of saying thank you, because I just get a little, kind of starstruck. Maybe that's not the right word, but stupefied. You guys are awesome. Thank you for giving a gift. Thank you. That $500 turning into $1,500. Man, thank you, everyone. Ellen Simmons encouraging everyone to keep it going. Thank you, Ellen. Love that encouragement. Noah still hanging out close. I'd like to see what Elizabeth is up to far, far away. I absolutely love it. There's certainly plenty of mowed pathways in the free-roaming habitats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, but I think if you've been watching live posts for any time, you can agree. What do you think, Noah? We're going to make one more loop and see if we can catch Elizabeth over there, and then we might have to wrap it up, goofball.
There's a post.
Yes.
You're on it, bud.
Yes, Noah's stalking / just walking. I can't tell, Mr. Noah. We're going to make one more loop to the other side. I'm going to keep on applauding those who are watching this post. Of course, I have the Tiger Trail on the other side of me, but as you know, each day of Tigerthon is dedicated to a group of tigers or a tiger, and today is Noah and Elizabeth's day. So rest assured, we'll be featuring every one of our striped rescued residents. And excitingly enough, that's going to be, we're going to be kind of doing a buzzer beater, so to speak. I will be here all weekend at the sanctuary, so I'm going to be doing a live post on Saturday. How often do we get to have a live post at the Wildcat Sanctuary on a Catterday? So I'll be looking forward to that, and I'll be here on Sunday as well. But before we get too excited about that, we need to get excited about tomorrow, which is, kind of the live post, maybe not crescendo, because we'll be having some fun on Saturday and Sunday, but the live post blitz. It is the teenage takeover. We're going to be highlighting our quote-unquote teenage tigers here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I think you can guess about who those tigers would be. But nonetheless, an exciting day. Today, featuring Noah and Elizabeth, it'll be teenage tigers. Tomorrow, we'll have the Tiger Trio, Simon and Jeremy. Thor Jr. is going to get his day. We got a lot of striped action heading our way. And that is Elizabeth having an absolute blast. She says, life is good. Life is sweet. Oh, I hope everyone's been enjoying themselves today. We've had a lot of great moments with two wonderful rescued residents, Tigress Elizabeth, who we see here, having a blast, enjoying a boomer ball play date with herself. And then, of course, spending some time with Big Noah and talking about the different ways in which you guys to support them. We set up some kind of monetary goals for ourselves. Look at that camouflage, Elizabeth. We set up some monetary goals for ourselves, and we knocked our goal out of the park, everyone. So, sincerely, From the bottom of my heart, thank you for that. I appreciate everyone realizing kind of the sense of urgency and importance when your gift can go 3 times as far, and how effective it is for our rescues. Yeah, I think that was you coming to Chuff and say thank you. All right, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where I think I've said thank you too much while working at the Wildcat Sanctuary. It's truly amazing, and you all are amazing, and of course the rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary are amazing, and that's thanks to your support. So thank you for the chuff, Miss Elizabeth. Thank you for the support, and let's keep this generosity going. Tigerthon will be running until the stroke of midnight on September 17th, and your gift can be tripled in tons of different ways, just like the generous donors who gave on this post, those who have called, those who are mailing in gifts. We thank you all. So have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you back here for more Tigerthon action tomorrow. Bye, Mr. Handsome Man.
Bye.